The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hurts going to keep it again. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Shakes off the sack. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second down. Here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 53 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Breece Hall, 42 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They go play action with Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now Hurts changing up the play. On 2nd down, here's Penny. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach.
He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Here's Mecole Hardman. This taken in right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Lazard will go in motion right. On play action, Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers will throw for it. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. Let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near him.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. But 1st down hurts. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, 48 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Keely Ringo picks it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
And he's in. Touchdown, the Eagles. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. So no gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And some room to work. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hurts will throw. And he's brought down. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they aren't back within a single point here in the 4th. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw is Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 53 yards. And the Jets use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Swift going to try up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here now, 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Rodgers looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, He's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.